This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I am so happy to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this quick answer episode, I'm going to go over how we play movable shapes for major minor seventh chords, which are otherwise known as dominant seventh chords. So these can be played as bar chords, but sometimes we also play them a little bit differently and use them like in jazz context, places where we're using progressions that are used in jazz music, or songs that also have seventh chords like are so commonly found in jazz. So I'll take a look. I usually explain the chord first and then the voicings. So there's some voicings over there, but I'm going to explain the chord first. So as I mentioned, the dominant seventh chord. This is a major minor seventh chord. What does that mean? Well, it means that we have a major third in the chord with a minor seventh or a flatted seventh. So for example, if we were playing a C7, C major minor seventh chord, it would have the notes C, E, G, B flat. These notes come right out of a C mixolydian scale, which is like a major seventh, or a major scale, Ionian, except the seventh is flatted, so it's one fret lower, 1/2 step lower. So C is the first step of that scale, E is the third step, G is the fifth step, and B flat is the flatted seventh, C, E, G, B flat. The C would be known as the root, so whatever pitch we're starting on, that's the root, because it's the starting pitch of the scale. It's also the foundational pitch of the chord. And then the E, in this case, because we're using C as an example, is a major third interval above the root. That's what this first major means when we say major minor seventh. It means that this third is a major third. That's what makes it major. If it was a minor third, it would be a minor chord. So then the G is the perfect fifth, and the B flat is the minor seventh above the root. That's what this minor means when we see that minor there in the title, the theoretical title of this chord, because otherwise if it was a major seventh, it would sound different from our minor seventh. And the minor seventh over that major third is what creates the dominant seventh chord. And that's speaking of its function in a key, C7, F7, G7. These chords pull back to what we call the one chord, or the tonic chord, the home chord of the key. These chords are really important. Like A7 wants to pull to D, E7 wants to pull to A, C7 wants to pull to F, G7 wants to pull to C. They have their place they want to pull. So that's what that is, a major chord, because the major third with a minor seventh or flatted seventh. So the chord symbol for these has the name of the root, so for example like B flat, C, or F sharp, and then the number 7 next to it. If it had something like a triangle or maj or a capital letter M in between the root and the 7, then it's the major seventh instead of this major minor seventh chord. So let's look at some voicings. Now, these are movable. That means I've got the root circled. We got one for the 6th string and one for the 5th string. Wherever I position that note along the neck is the version I'm playing. So it's an F down here at the 1st fret, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, A sharp or B flat, B, C, and so on, right up the chromatic scale. So I'm going to play a B flat. I'm going to use that as an example. So right here at the 6th fret in the middle of the neck. So I've got that one, and I'm going to show you first sort of how to play the voicing that's a little bit more jazz-like, because it doesn't have the 5th doubled. And then we also look at like the bar chord version where we use more in pop and folk and rock and so on. So we've got the index finger at the B flat there at the 6th fret. Then we go skip over a string and put our middle finger at the same fret. Then we skip over one more string and put our ring finger on the 2nd string. So on string 6, 4, and 2, we have index, middle, and ring at the 6th fret. Then our pinky on the 3rd string just comes up and plays 1 fret higher. So this is a B flat 7. This has root, flat 7, 3, 5. That's how that's voiced. Now we could alternatively turn this into a bar chord where we're going to have the 5th and the root on there as well. So if we do a bar chord, we would bar over, and then you see just in parentheses and the alternate fingerings up above. But if we bar over, then we're barring all the strings at the 6th fret. Ring finger is going 2 frets higher on the 5th string. 4th string is being played by the bar. Then our 3rd string, our middle finger, is going to go there, 1 fret higher than the bar, and then the rest of the notes are played by the bar. So this one is a way to play it sort of in that rock and bluesy bar chord version. Root 5, flat 7, 3, 5, root, so that's voiced. If you want more of a voicing, we might use it in a jazz context or have a little bit richer sound to it, then we use the original one that I showed. Okay, we also have an option where our root is on the 5th string. If we were playing B flat, we'd be down here at the 1st fret, B at the 2nd, C at the 3rd, C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat. I'm just going to demonstrate it at the 6th fret again because it's kind of in the middle of the neck. So we bar across the top 5 strings. Bam! Our root note is with our index finger on the 5th string. 2 frets higher than the bar, we go with our ring finger on the 4th string. Our index is going to catch the 3rd string with the bar, and then our pinky plays on the 2nd string 2 frets higher than the bar. With this one, we can just play the inside 4 strings, root 5, flat 7, 3. I often play it that way. We can also include on the top string a repeat of the 5th. That's more of a more used in sort of the rock and country, folk, blues, those genres. If you're doing kind of the jazz, you want something a little richer, then I usually stick to those inside 4 strings. Of course, if we were playing jazz, then we're going to a lot of times be throwing 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths on it. If you're not familiar with that, there are quick answer videos that help with that. So I hope that helps with dominant 7th chords on the guitar that we can play all over that are movable and a little bit of the theory. Hope you're having fun with the guitar. Take care.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com.